What's going on, YouTube? Back at y'all again with another video, man. This one right here gonna be from Ask an Older Man. We're gonna be talking about women saying what is the bare minimum. Let's get into the video.
They do to be nice, to be courteous, to be a provider, to be respectable as a man. It's like the bare minimum, quote unquote. Like, y'all really out here telling men every time that they do something and they're just looking for a little appreciation that, like, they shouldn't even be expecting appreciation because...
Yeah, for a man not to expect appreciation, ladies, you know what that mean is?
You stupid.
Whatever they're doing is kind of like putting your pants on. Like, you want me to celebrate you putting your pants on? Nah, bruh, you're gonna have to do more than that. I want you to understand that if a man is paying the bills and he's taking care of you and that man is not your husband, that he's already going above and beyond. So when we talk about bare minimum, it doesn't even apply in those situations. The only man who is obligated to take care of a woman for any reason is either her father or her husband. Like, I want to keep that a buck with you. I want to be really clear. Y'all boyfriends, they're not obligated to be paying your bills. They're not.
Yeah, listen, we're back to this one simple point again. I had a conversation this morning in the gym with a woman, and she knows I'm in the business of trying to help women, find a mate. And she said, I'm looking for a guy. She's overweight. She got tattoos. She's in her mid-30s. And I said, so what do you want from a man? And she said, as long as he does the bare minimum, I'm fine. And I said, it grits my nerves when I hear women say that. So I just try to control myself and with a straight face. And I said, what is the bare minimum? And she said, just be nice. Just be a man. And I said, okay. And I just left it alone because I was just about to start my workout. And I really didn't want to get into a debate at that point. I wanted to at least, start to get warm. But I thought I'd come home and touch on this subject because this is still a thing. I thought this sort of died down in 2025, but it's still around where women are just throwing out this talking point, the bare minimum. So I just thought I'd touch on it because we need to put it to bed. We need to kill this one point, the bare minimum. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Give me a like on this video, guys. Listen, it costs you nothing to give the older man's video a like. Of course, the cream on the top would be for you to subscribe. That would be awesome. But all I ask for is a like, just so the algorithm can keep pushing the videos out. Of course, book a session if you need any help at all. I'm here for you, my friends. Okay? So this young lady basically saying, hey, we need to stop actually asking men for the bare minimum while you're not offering anything in return. Feminism have really pushed the narrative that women deserve everything. And anything that is normal that a man should give to a woman, respect, love, kindness, being a good, normal, decent human being. To me, that's the bare minimum. Let's not get into spending money because that's above and beyond. Because in the day and age of where I got my money and I'm strong and independent and I can make my own money, all of that basically means that you are a functioning adult. And that basically means that if a man comes in and provides you with anything beyond what you would normally be getting or supporting yourself on is above and beyond. Not the bare minimum, above and beyond. That's not bare minimum. But I want to listen to some of these women talk about what the bare minimum is. Blonde.
It's always going to be something that benefit them. The bare minimum can't be just something that benefits each other. Like, they forgot the part where it's one another. You know what I'm saying? They forget the part where it's a couple. They forget the part where it's equal. They forget the part where man and woman. Like, bro, it can't just be one-way street, bro. Because a one-way street, somebody gonna get tired. Think about it.
White girl, beautiful, young. Let's hear what her idea of bare minimum is. Because what I've discovered is that bare minimum is really high when you're young, hot, and in demand.
What we consider bare minimum in relationship comes from a Slavic girls. I think renting a yacht once in a while is a bare minimum. Bare minimum. Because we like snorkeling, we like swimming in the sea, I like fishing.
I love boats, I love sailing as well.
Yeah, I love sailing.
But as you hitting those bigger numbers, and when I say bigger numbers, I'm talking over 40, then it starts to drop. When the women are in their 30s, they swear that they've now accomplished enough to actually demand even more than when they were really young. not realizing that no, it's going down. Your value, your sexual market value is going down. So you can't demand more. But I can tell you, without a doubt, it's not the bare minimum you're requesting. You want above and beyond. Let's listen to this little beauty.
Things that are the bare minimum in a relationship from your boyfriend to you. And it's only coming from that way because I'm a girl and it's my opinion. Number 1, he opens and holds the door for you. He walks in first and he doesn't walk in first, but he opens it for you and you can walk in. He holds the door. He's the man. Number 2, he waits for you to get your food as well before he starts eating.
Okay, all you want is basically traditional values and opening the doors, and you want common dining etiquette. Okay, you're doing okay so far. Because even in our household, we all get the food on the table first if we're eating all together, and we all wait until everybody's served before we start eating. Whoever's dish.
Man, that's old school shit, bro. You know what I mean? That's reserved for people who deserve it, or people who kind of was raised like that. Most of these girls ain't raised like that, and they ain't expect that shit from Chad.
It out. I got mine first. Whoever gets theirs first, we sit and we wait until everybody's served, and then we eat. Simple. It's just part of our common courtesy that my wife and I have, and we taught it to our daughters. And if they start to eat without the others being served, they're scolded for it.
And right piggybacking on that.
Yeah, Paul, I'm sorry to say it. That's your household. Salute to you and how y'all do things, but most of these women ain't been raised like that. They shouldn't even be treated like that, because most of them coming with somebody else semen on them.
That is, he lets you order first.
The difference is your daughters ain't got a bunch of other men semen on them coming in talking about some do the same thing for me that people from the 50s did for their women. You know what I'm saying? And you in the 2026s and you ain't behaving nothing like them.
Girls go first. Girls get offered everything first. Let your woman order first, get her drink first, get her food first before you, because it is the polite thing to do. Number 3 is walking on the side of the road when you're on the sidewalk. So you're protecting them. You're making sure they're safe. They're in the inside of you. It's the littlest thing and it's not hard, but it is safety.
Yeah, that shit, that don't fly anymore. Back in the day when there were horse-drawn carriages and a lot of the mud used to fly up and safety was more paramount, there were no sidewalks, etc. That was a big thing. In today's environment, no, men aren't putting their lives out there ahead of women these days. It's not the bare minimum. You're asking him to go beyond, put his life before yours.
Thank you.
No, the only person I'm going to do that for is for my daughters, my offspring. My wife does not require that. Yeah, I know. It don't sound kosher. It doesn't sound polite. It doesn't sound like old traditional views. But no, when I'm walking with my family, I make sure that we're all in a line. If we are on a very thin sidewalk, we're all in a freaking line so nobody's in the road. Or if it's a big sidewalk, I tell them, hey, get as far away from the road as possible where it's safe. This idea that women want to feel that they're absolutely special and they're cherished and their life is worth more, etc. Those days, unfortunately, are over. Women broke that contract. Chivalry, my dear, is dead, and women killed it.
Number 4, paying for the first date. Now, I understand everything's 50-50, and when I'm in a relationship, I go 50-50 on every meal.
Not everything 50-50, but I got to pay for the first date. How about?
Everything that we do, just because our relationship should be 50-50 or 100-100. But on the first meal, I don't know if I'm just old school, but the man should pay.
How you old school when you only like 26? Shut up.
Please, dear God,
All I'm going to say is, lady,
You stupid.
remember her birthday.
Yeah, listen, I'm old school in that respect as well. I will always pay for the first date in my days, right? But I'm also watching how the woman responds. If she offers up front, she goes up a notch in my books. If she ordered the most expensive things on the menu and do not offer to pay, she goes down in my books. I watch her attitude during the meal. If she offers to pour my water, she goes up in my books. So I'm looking out for things from her first where I can reciprocate based on who she is as a woman. A lot of women don't understand that most men are responding to the female, to the femininity in the woman, rather than him having to do it up front. Yep. This is the synergy that have been lost in relationships, unfortunately.
Okay, the amount of men that do not remember their significant other's birthday is embarrassing. Okay? Remember her birthday, remember the day that you started dating or you got married or whatever that event is. Remember it and just send flowers. Even if you're not doing gifts, send flowers.
Yeah, I'm not doing flowers. Don't do that shit. These women always bring up this shit about flowers. They don't really give a shit about
All I can say is,
stop it. Get some help.
flowers. I can assure you that. It's just another tactic where they feel that they need a man's attention to constantly be on everything that is important to her. Don't do it. I can tell you, Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, he don't freaking do
Thank
it.
you.
She don't have a problem with that.
that's what I said earlier. They don't require them to validate them all the time and pay for their meals. They be giving it up to them for free and then coming in trying to make me be traditional. Not me personally. I'm just saying, like, what?
Don't freaking be a bitch and do it. I'm bringing flowers, remember. Yeah, stick her birthdays and your wedding and etc. Whatever the important days, make sure you log them in your calendar on your phone. Alarm 24 hours before the date occurs. Give you time to actually acknowledge that it's coming up. But don't go out of your way to constantly give her shit. You start nurturing that kind of behavior, trust me, it will go horribly wrong later on in your relationship. Women just don't appreciate those little things like they did in the past. They like these fantasies, but no, it's just a fantasy in their head. Those are the men that get left.
Also, another date that you have to remember is her period. That week that it normally is, it's normally either in the beginning of the month or the end of the month. Once it happens once, write it down somewhere. Write it in a notes app of your phone and be a little bit more kinder to her and a little bit more patient.
A few moments
Now, some people are
later.
going to disagree with me on this, but I think that it should be a priority that you remember your significant other's phone number and address. When it's their birthday or something, you're probably going to want to send them something at some point, or God forbid something happens to them and you need to call someone to go to their house. You want to know their address. And you want to know their phone number because God forbid your phone dies and you need to keep your significant other updated, and God forbid your phone just shuts off or something happens and you need to call them or you need to let them know something.
Okay, that's just common sense.
Exactly,
really.
bro.
You should know the address of the person that you're actually hitting.
Like, what? Come on.
And yeah, you should know her phone number.
And last but certainly not least, you should be that girl's biggest cheerleader for all of
Bruh, I ain't cheerleading for nobody. I ain't even cheerleading for my favorite team, let alone cheerleading for some woman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just met. I don't even care if I've been knowing you for a long time. Nigga, I ain't never been nobody fucking cheerleader. I'm the man. I'm a fan of my own damn self. I ain't cheerleading no other damn human being on. You better get out of here with that.
her little, small, big, ginormous wins in her life. You need to be that girl's supporter, even if they're not as
She
big
basically trying to tell men that's in a relationship with a woman to treat her like the friend zone guy.
as yours are. Because I can guarantee she'll be there for you, or she should be there for you for all of your wins. But even if they are smaller than yours, she is still working just as hard or more for those wins. So celebrate them.
That's just being a good person. Even if you weren't hitting it, even if she wasn't your lover. If you see somebody that you're talking to did something cool, small wins for them, of course you comment on it. Hey man, that's freaking awesome. Proud of you, brother. Proud of you, babes. That's just common decency. It's no bare minimum to that. That's just human kindness. So what I'm showing you, gentlemen, is that a lot of women have this idea that the bare minimum is just stuff that you should be doing for them, right? Now, of course, that makes sense. Bare minimum is things that you should be doing. I mean, it's almost like I'm saying water's wet, right? But there's a psychological ploy behind this whole narrative that keeps the man in a perpetual state of serving the woman. And you have to be cognizant of that.
Now, we always talk about bare minimum effort when it comes to guys, and your feelings are valid. But we rarely ever talk about the bare minimum effort that a lot of women give, and they don't understand that is what's hindering the relationship and or making that man wanting
It's called couple, not single.
to take more steps and move on with that relationship. Now, does this man need to communicate that his needs aren't being met? Absolutely. But as we know, some men are scared to communicate with their women. Why? I don't know. You better put some bass in your voice.
The reason for that is because he fears losing her.
Or he could fear him getting called sassy by her homegirls, his mama, her daddy, maybe, who knows. But I know one thing for sure, she gonna get on the internet and talk about, my man complaining about this and then he gonna get called sassy by females in the comments.
Fears upsetting her. He feels that if he demands or puts any pressure on her, she will feel that she's doing too much work. Gentlemen, you have to make these women put in some effort for you as well. Because anything she invests her money, energy, attention, and time in, she will value it more. This is where the problem comes with a lot of men. They don't make their wives or woman invest enough into them so that they feel that, hey, I put a lot of effort into building this relationship. You have to give her the opportunity to build as well with you, but she has to invest something. People value things that they have helped build more than the things that were given to them without any effort. I hope that makes sense.
And or say with your chest. But I do know this. A lot of women are not coachable. A lot of you get in your feelings when your man tries to respectfully criticize you and let you know the behavior that you're displaying he doesn't like, and you're taking it as him attacking you when the only thing he's doing is expressing his feelings. You know, the same way that you try to express your feelings to him and sometimes he doesn't know how to understand your feelings, you guys do the exact same thing. So once again, a lot of the problems we have, men and women do it, but we're always pointing the finger at men because why? A lot of women think they're perfect. And in reality, yes, women can be narcissistic as well.
No, women are usually more narcissistic than men. And the internet has made it even worse because they're constantly showing themselves off online. I have never seen a woman cross a mirror yet. Gentlemen, when you have time and you just want to go and sit and people watch, sit next to a reflective pane of glass on a building, right? Where people have to walk across and their reflection is in the mirror. Watch how women and men cross that glass mirror and how many times a woman will look at herself or how long she will look at herself versus a man. If you just want to do a good social experiment, try that. It's unreal because I've done it. And it shows you the narcissistic nature of a woman, man. Whew.
I hate to be the friend that's always like, that's the bare minimum, that's the bare minimum. But girl, it is the bare minimum. He paid for your food? Great, my dad does that. He said that you were pretty? My mom does that every single day, and all her Facebook friends do too. Oh, he opened your door? My gay best friend does that. It is the bare minimum, girl, because if he's your boyfriend or if he's your partner, he should want to do those things for you. And if my friends and my family can already do the things that he's doing without romantically loving me,
stop the cap.
Then it is the bare minimum, because a boyfriend who romantically loves you should want to push for more and do more than what you already get. I pay for my friends' dinner. I compliment my friends. Like, have you seen what I post in their Instagram comments on their hot pictures? Like, if he's not doing more than that, if he's not doing more than your best friend would do for you, then it's the bare minimum, okay? Because if my gay best friend can open my doors, and if my mom can pay for my dinners, and if my dad can compliment me daily, and if my dad can text me every single day, and if my best friend can comment on all my Instagram pictures how hot I am and post me and repost my things, anything that man does is going to be the bare minimum, because he should want to do that as your boyfriend. If he treats you well, if he compliments you, great, he's your boyfriend, he should want to compliment you. If he reposts your stuff, great.
Bro, I feel bad for you dudes that go after the good looking women. She a nice looking chick, bro, and I could just imagine, bro, what you got to deal with, what you got to put up with being her boyfriend, bro. Let alone if she got a fiance, because I see she got a ring in her finger. Bro, I'm praying for you, homie.
He thinks you're pretty. He should. He's your boyfriend. He wants to pay for your dinner. Okay. He should want to provide for you because he romantically loves you. Duh. Like, it is the bare minimum. And don't get it twisted. I will always appreciate something that a man does for me or my man does for me. I do appreciate it. But I'll never say, like, oh, that's more than I deserve. No.
No. Here you see narcissism at its finest.
Bruh.
All of these individuals who do things for her, she wants every single one of those things to be done by her man. The man has to be like the gay best friend. He has to be like her father, uncle, mother. That man is the Frankenstein, all the parts, for those of you that don't understand the analogy of the Frankenstein, all of the parts of all of the individuals who do nice things for her combine into this perfect man. And that's the kind of pressure you women put on a man in your relationship. It is destined to fail. It's not a matter of if, it's when the relationship will fail. Because that's not the bare minimum for one person. You have just named a combination of the bare minimum for all the people that actually care about you. And you expect that to be in one man. You're a freaking idiot. You're a child, and you should stay away from relationships until you learn that is not the pressure that you put on one individual.
Bare minimum culture is a cancer, and I know that you all know what I'm talking about. Like, we all remember this trend, right?
Whenever we were walking out of the restaurant, he opened the door for
bare
me.
minimum. A lot of women online have gotten addicted to this bare minimum versus princess treatment narrative, and then they'll list out a bunch of nice things that a guy can do to you, and then call it the bare minimum. If he offers to pick you up, bare minimum. He pays for dinner, bare minimum.
Bringing me food.
Princess treatment.
Or they'll list out kind of random things.
Bruh, that was crazy.
Things like this that are more of personal preference.
Learn your rules. You better learn your rules.
And look, I know she's joking, but a lot of people in these videos are not. To be clear, a lot of these are describing pretty realistic expectations for relationships. He communicates with you, he spends time with you, etc. These are things that you should be able to rely on another person. But by calling them all the bare minimum, you're basically saying they shouldn't be appreciated. Like, one of the captions on one of those videos that I just showed was, "Are you celebrating the bare minimum?" As if that's a bad thing. In a healthy relationship, yes, you should celebrate even the things that are expected, because appreciation is what keeps a relationship going. He should say thank you when you make dinner. You should say thank you when he opens a door.
Facts. I say thank you to my coworkers, you know what I'm saying, and people in general, bro. I like thank you roll off my mouth so easy, bro, because I'm appreciative of everything, bro. Like, what's one thing I'm a product of a single mom, bro. But one thing I was taught, bro, even with around my uncles, man, they had to teach me this either, bro. It's just being appreciative and humble and fucking having humble beginnings, man, because guess though, it ain't about where you start, it's about where you're going, man. I came a long way, and everything that I had along the way, that people that helped me out, I appreciate everybody.
For you. Calling that stuff the bare minimum is ungrateful and unappreciative. You're suffocating your relationship and then wondering why it's not breathing. But you took the oxygen out of your relationship. You don't get princess treatment by demanding it and making lists. You get it by being appreciative. Men run on appreciation. It's what makes them want to continue doing nice things for you. Sitting back and demanding things because you deserve them is not only wrong, but it's also not going to get you what you...
She mentioned one word there that is vital. Deserve. Because you deserve it. No one deserves another person's money, energy, attention, or time. No one. These are things that are earned.
Only things people deserve, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if y'all agree. Let me know down in the comment section if you agree or disagree, or put a thumbs up and let me know you real if you agree with this comment, or put a off just meeting somebody up front. I give them the benefit of the doubt of respect. That's the only thing you deserve, is the benefit of the doubt of respect when I first meet you. But if I meet you and you come at me disrespectful, the respect level is already gone. You already done threw respect out of the window. But when you first meet somebody, I think you should be respectable, say hi, and let them know who you are or something like that. Depends on what the scenario is.
Earn your money, you earn the person's attention, you earn the person's energy, and you earn the person's time. If it is not earned, then you should never, ever think that you deserve it. Deserve basically means that you're entitled to it without any effort put back in. And that, my friends, is where the problem lies. Every woman thinks that she deserves another person's money, energy, attention, or time. That is the narcissistic, overinflated ego of the modern woman. And I'm going to rest this right here because I think that's a great note to end on. Okay, my friends, let me know your opinion.
I also think so too. Look, man, I think people deserve respect when you first meet them. That's the bare minimum. That's really a bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Respect. But everybody don't deserve your respect. But everybody deserve your respect first. Like when you first meet them, where they show you. Not even if they show you. When you first meet somebody, I think they deserve a little bit of respect first off until they show you disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I think anybody deserves is first-hand respect. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, anything that deserving got to be earned. You know what I'm saying? They don't just give you a trophy when you go fucking do the 5K run. They don't just give you a trophy when you play in the NBA. They don't just give you a trophy when you play football. You have to earn it. You know what I'm saying? You have to deserve it, you know, basically. You feel what I'm saying? So earning is deserving. But anyway, man, shout out to Ask Older Man. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down in the description. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the video, man. It's men not being appreciated for just doing more than the bare minimum, like the lady in the beginning of the video said. I think so. I think men go above and beyond for women because we actually love women, but it's conditional love from them. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Again, man, it's the Modern Man Experience. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later. I'm out of here. Love. Peace.